Hello, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful month of July. It's hard to believe that we are almost all the way through the summer, so I hope you are having a wonderful summer and look forward to getting into fall. Hopefully, the weather will cool down just a little bit because it sure has been hot. So, if you look at the market for the month of July, it could have either been a really great month in the market or a little bit of a lackluster month in the market, depending on how you were invested and where you were invested. If you look at the Dow index, it was up almost 4.5% for the month. If you look at the equal weight index, equal weight S&P index, that also was up almost 4.5% for the month. So if you were in those two areas, then you had a great month. July was a wonderful month in the market for you. If you were just in the cap weighted S&P 500 index, you were up a little over 1%, 1.13% for the month of July. And if you're in those big tech names in the NASDAQ, they had a little bit of a rougher month. They were down almost 1% for the month of July. Investors began to rotate out of some growth and momentum plays in the wake of a cooler CPI report that came out in July at 3% year over year. This is around the lowest level in more than 3 years. It also featured a month over month decline for the first time since July in 2022. So the Fed views this as a positive indicator. We view this as a positive indicator of where inflation is going and that we can get back to that target inflation number that the Fed is hoping to. The Fed's preferred method and preferred indicator, the PCE index, was down 2.5% year over year, which was a slight decline from the month prior. They continue to say that they're data dependent, and we feel that the first cut will come in September. We think that there may be 1 or 2 cuts this year, depending on how the data continues to unfold. So if you're looking at the market consensus was that a cooperative inflation report, as inflation continues to decrease and decline and head in the right direction, that this will give the Fed some confidence to go ahead and begin that cutting process. And we once again feel that the first rate cut will be in September. At the end of the month of July, the Fed had their FOMC meeting, and Chairman Powell said that rate cuts would be data dependent, as he's been saying, but could be as early as September. So we do feel like he was telegraphing that a little bit, that first cut would be in September. So as another thing on people's minds, as we get closer to the election, just a reminder to remain disciplined. As we've seen this month, a lot can happen in a short amount of time when it comes to the election. So just remain disciplined and know that we're invested in good quality companies and have that great long-term approach. So hope you have a wonderful month of August. See you next month.